there? It's me.
Owen?
We need to chat. It's important. Meet me in the bar.
Okay, I'll be there. Owen? Huh.
Sometimes sauce can be the worst thing, you know?
What's up?
What are you talking about? You called me, mate.
No, you...
Oh, hold on a second.
The Monitor is leading a mission back into the Heart of Rage. He wants to weaponize the Cenotaph. We decrypted the archive you recovered from the Regulator camp earlier, and we know why he's after unique Shaper relics.
Doesn't mean he'll succeed.
Did you know the Monitor was there when the Dominion attacked Freemark? One of the few who escaped when the Cenotaph leveled the city.
Oh, shit.
He's ruthless, driven, and savage. An incredibly powerful cipher and a brilliant pilot. He frightens even his own people.
The storm will tear him apart. No one survives the Heart of Rage.
You did. The intel also reveals that he's perfected a way to harness the power of the Cenotaph, and we cannot let that happen.
Obviously.
I need you to find a way through the Heart of Rage, get to the Cenotaph first, and silence it. Do what freelancers do.
Do what freelancers do. You're talking about a bloody cataclysm.
He's right. We aren't equipped to take that on.
Of course. Well, I can think of others who survived the Heart of Rage that day, who never let it go, studied it.
Ugh, come on.
I feel like I'm supposed to know this one.
My old partners, Alec and Faye.
Intel says the Monitor is on their trail. It suggests Faye has found something important. Last known location.
Oh, I can... So, Halleck and Faye. Intel says your partnership ended badly.
I don't know, we just kinda grew apart.
Really? Because I heard that Halleck never forgave you for pulling him out of that storm, and Faye went...
Where are we going?
Oh, right. Oh, you're kidding me. No, Halleck and Faye are working with Princess Zim.
The Regulator
Oh,
boss?
please, she's a smuggler at best. She's a full-fledged crime lord at worst. We really need them.
To get through the Heart of Rage and beat the Monitor to the Cenotaph? Yeah, we need him.
Do we? You and I? We're such a solid team already.
Of course. That's why Tassin picked us. You got my back, I got yours.
All right. Hey, considering that the Monitor is both Lancer and Cypher, we could probably use a very fabulous Cypher Javelin pilot combo of our own.
Owen, be patient. Pilot lessons are going fine, but seriously, it might take you years.
Okay. You know what? This might be fun. Apparently, Princess Zim's camp is like a traveling carnival. Now, it's a traveling carnival run by bloodthirsty gangsters, who like gifts. So you need to get us something to get in. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Hello, freelancer.
Looks like this is your lucky day.
Why's that?
You just bumped into the oldest man in Fort Tarsis. Name's Jarek.
Nice to meet you.
You too. You know, you don't live as long as I have without seeing some things.
Yeah, like what?
I was there when the scars swarmed the fort's terraces. It was a bloodbath. Happened over 50 years ago, and it feels like yesterday. I was also there when the scars came over the walls. What do you think about that?
I think you've seen a lot.
You bet I have. More than you ever will, that's for sure.
I hope you're right.
Oh, I am, freelancer. I've lived a life filled with bloodshed and disaster. I've survived Strider ambushes, Dominion attacks and outlaws. I've even run from wyverns. I've seen enough death to last 50 lifetimes. And yet, somehow, I'm still kicking.
So what's your secret to survival?
It ain't no secret. I'm a pragmatist. I always did what I had to in order to survive.
I'm sorry. You must have lost many people along the way.
You got that right. I've outlived every friend I ever had. Sometimes I wonder if I made the right choices. I was in a mining crew digging for ore near Helios when the main shaft collapsed. We were trapped behind a solid wall of rock. We had no idea of how long it would take for the rescue party to dig us out. I was lucky enough to find a bottle of water. But there were 6 of us.
1 bottle of water for 6 miners? How many of you made it out?
I was the only survivor.
Why were you the only survivor?
If I'd have shared that water, nobody would have lived.
So you chose to let 5 people die to save yourself?
I told you, I'm a pragmatist.
I guess that's why you're the oldest man in Fort Tarsus.
Don't you judge me. You've seen death. You've done things. I could see it in your eyes. It's usually a glint of sadness or knowledge, but in some people, that glint turns into a gleam. And a gleam means they want to see more death. Be careful, freelancer. I still see a glint in your eyes.
Looks like you found a place for your new book.
I've barely taken my eyes off it since you brought it back. It hints at so many possibilities. New runes, lost relics, forgotten inventions. It's amazing.
Just don't blow your lab up.
No promises.
What's next for you?
Study. I spent so much time looking for the Elysian manuscript, but not a moment on what to do after finding it.
That's a good kind of problem.
Very much, but I'll still need your help on 1,000 things outside the wall.
Of course.
Excellent. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm reading about how my forebears use hidden resonance layers to embed information.
I'll let you get back to it then.
Thank you. And Freelancer? Thank you. I apologize for being a little crabby during our last chat.
Guess I touched a nerve.
Yes, but I didn't have to respond as poorly as I did. Anger can be an asset, Matthias, but peevishness is just bad manners. My mentor, Philo Ray. One of the lessons it seems I still haven't quite learned.
Philo Ray taught you? I've heard she was a brilliant arcanist.
And the reason I'm not dead in a ditch.
How did you meet?
I robbed her.
That really was not what I was expecting.
She was a fancy lady, I was a street kid. What would you have done?
Okay, fine. I probably would have robbed her too.
Can you blame me? All I saw was a case full of expensive-looking things. I knew they had to be worth something to someone, so I grabbed the case. Shaper relics. I didn't realize the danger. I got lucky, nothing blew up when I took it apart. But Phyla had followed me. It was impossible for an unschooled vagrant to silence a relic, she said.
That made her want to teach you?
I think so. She never explained. Maybe it was the way I handled the relic. It took her an hour to convince me to go with her.
I'd have jumped at the chance. Why didn't you?
I didn't trust her.
What changed your mind?
She sat with me and explained the relics. She told me I could be an arcanist. She was kind. No one had been kind to me in years. She was the first to call me a prodigy. Damn, I miss her. Anyway, You're probably busy. We can talk later. Heard Tassin mumbling about the Dominion? Did you know I once hid in a mound of rotting fungus to avoid one of their patrols? Rashes for days.
kind of mark.
Give me a day. One more day, please.
Freelancer, I trust the contract went well.
Oh, hello there.
Got a few minutes?
Do I? Of course I do. You're my favorite Lancer.
I am. Or am I your only Lancer?
Yeah, mostly, yes. But you do know that I pick up the odd extra contract. Fella's gotta eat. I like to be open to opportunity when it strikes. That's cool, right?
Admit it, though. You won't find a better partner than me.
Never said I could.
We do make a good team.
Okay. Don't go getting all mushy on me. Shut it down.
Okay.
Moving on.
Anyway, things look better now that Corvus is interested.
You're rescuing that Matthias fellow reminded me of the Scar nightmare that was our first contract.
Times 10. That was crazy.
I'd only been in Tarsus for a few weeks, and here I was, working with the Lancer who's survived the Heart of Rage. I was pretty chuffed. Life for this poor, wayward cipher was suddenly looking up.
What do you mean, poor wayward?
After I left the Satomi, I bounced around a lot. Had a gig on a Strider, wandered around Antium. You may have noticed I get bored very easily.
I get that. I need a challenge.
And that is why we're such a good team. We have a fire for adventure.
Without breaking the law much, or getting myself killed.
But sometimes, it is fun to see how close to the line you can get.
Oh, and is it true what they say? That every cipher's a little broken? Since we're having a bit of a heart-to-heart, thought maybe I could ask. Unless that's getting too mushy.
Well, talking about all that still makes me too angry to be mushy.
I've opened a can of worms.
No. Knowledge is power, right? So yeah, every cipher is a little broken. Or a lot broken. You don't hone the ability to link minds without suffering a loss somewhere else. It's different for everyone. Often it's small, but sometimes it leaves you unable to function.
Like dead?
Huh? No, never dead.
You seem to have come out okay. Plus, you're a great cipher.
Thank you. And when I'm my own Lancer, then everyone will see how extra amazing I am.
Why not just try to be a better cipher?
Because we're
Bored.
bored. Plus, there are plenty of level blah blah ciphers around. What's amazing about that?
Should I ask how it's going?
With the lessons? Well, it's more of a book, actually, but I'm working hard. Turns out I'm a natural.
You know, it took me years, right?
Yes, but that's you. Anyway,
You're an interesting guy.
thanks. But, word of warning. I wouldn't get too close if I were you. Kidding! Just sharing the insecurity around. Seriously, though, that means a lot.
Ah, very good work out there with the Arcanists. People want to believe freelancers have their backs. After Freemark, belief hard to come by.
Glad I could help. How's Freelancer Reith doing?
Good!
She put up a hell of a fight.
Of course, she knows I would be angry to write her story for the wall. But, my young friend, she is alive. This is a good story to tell. People will hear of it.
Think that'll help around here?
Oh, yes. Now, Reith is recovering at the bar if you want to check on her. I will keep an eye out for contracts, never fear. That Matthias got his book, I hear. Seems a lot of trouble for a book.
You better have it.
Did you hear anything about that guy?
You must be Reith. Yarrow said I'd find you here.
Yeah. You're the one who flew in with a hail of bullets and flaming glory.
Not sure that sounds right.
Bet your ass it was. Stellar work, big star. You gotta live that crap out there. That was your moment. Me? I was looking forward to performing some community service for my sword Nelly.
You named your sword.
Well, why not? Besides you, she's the last thing standing between me and the cockroaches. So, I'm guessing you're here to stay. You've been keeping to yourself, but I've seen you around.
If there's work, yeah. I get the impression business is picking up.
Been tough for a while. Couple of weeks, I was barely scraping by. But man, there's nothing like being a freelancer, right? So hey, thanks for showing up when you did. I owe you one.
Glad it worked out.
Anyway, I'm probably still bleeding somewhere. Should get that fixed. I'll see you around, Big Star.
Well, I know you. You're the hotshot who silenced that Shaper thing, yeah?
Word travels fast.
I keep an ear to the ground. Best way to stay alive out here. Maxine. Call me Max. Welcome to my bar.
You're the owner?
Am now. Got it off Dusty in a game of cards. Pretty sure he threw that hand.
You won a bar in a card game? You must have phenomenal luck.
I got contacts and a healthy survival instinct. In my business, that's better than luck. Usually. Every sucker who's owned this dump's been dead within a year. Most didn't make it a month.
Oh, hold up a second. What happened to the last owner?
He was on a strider to Anthem with the governor and it went down. Some say accident, some say a hit. Nobody made it back and the black box went missing.
You think Dusty was the target? Or the governor?
Dusty owed a lot to the wrong people, but dead men don't pay their debts. The governor? Not really worth the trouble, you know what I mean? Dusty's not the only owner to die in glitch circumstances, just the latest. People think this place is cursed.
You don't strike me as waiting around for certain doom.
Who has time for that crap? I got work to do. Deals don't make themselves. You're doing good work around here, freelancer. I'll get you a tab. First one's on the house. And if there's something you need, maybe I know some people. We'll see. Okay?
Laundry's like life. If you ever get it